Hello everyone, good evening, namaskar. I'm Purnima from Fertility Dost, and today we are here to introduce you with a big name in IVF. I hope you must know the name of Dr. Suchitra Reddy and the center by the name Archish IVF in Bangalore. When I first talked about this center, the name was like, "Ke hai kya ye?" Then the center people, the admin department explained it to me that it means the ray of hope. हम सब जो कहीं ना कहीं इस पेरेंटहुड की जर्नी में हैं, हमें एक होप की जरूरत है. We just want that single ray of hope to make us pregnant, to feel us that sweet journey of motherhood. And that's why today we named this session as Roadmap to Pregnancy. Hello, Dr. Suchitra. Good evening and welcome to the Forum of Fertility Ghosts.
Yeah, hi. I'm Dr. Suchitra Reddy, obstetrician, gynecologist, and infertility specialist at Arshish IVF.
And
I'm
not
very much.
to Hanji, please. I was just mentioning about your fertility enhancing surgeries things, hysteroscopy and laparoscopy, because
Yes.
senior consultant, IVF specialist, and not to forget that these important technologies, these important techniques, which helps us to achieve this motherhood. And Dr. Suchitra is a big name in these surgeries. She knows when these necessary things are to be opted when you are in your journey of parenthood. Yes, please. Over to you, ma'am.
Yes, I'm very happy to be here and speak regarding the issues which all the couples are facing nowadays. They are especially not able to know how to begin with and where to go and what to do for their infertility issues. So I'm here today to give a roadmap for their infertility issues and to make them how they can go for their pregnancy further.
Right. And people in Bangalore, if you want to visit Dr. Suchitra, if you want to visit Archis IVF, and if you want to have teleconsultation, if you fear that nahi, abhi situation theek nahi hai, we just stay at home and talk to the doctor, please let us know. A simple message will do. You can see our official number over here. Just drop us a message regarding the name of Dr. Suchitra Reddy, hashtag Dr. Suchitra Reddy, and we'll connect you with her. Bangalore is a big name when we talk about infertility things. Why this is happening, we all know. Maybe because of IT people, because of sedentary lifestyle. But now the things are changing. We are here to change few things about it. So over to you, Dr. Suchitra, and why we call this session Roadmap to Pregnancy. We know that roadmap is very important, and we know small facts when to start, how to consult the doctor, what all test. But I really want you to explain these things in a short that how many months or how many years should couple try for natural pregnancy and what all are the important tests that they should opt when they plan to visit some fertility specialist.
Yeah, usually like 80% of the couple they become pregnant within the first 1 year of their married life. That is when they try to conceive without using any contraception. When they try within 1 year, like 80% will get pregnant. The remaining 5% will get pregnant within the next second year. Only those like the 10 to 15% of the couples who are unable to conceive will be having the infertility issues. So when a couple are married, like less than 35 years, then they have to undergo 1 year. After 1 year, if they're not able to conceive, even with unprotected intercourse, then they'll have to undergo for a checkup, like what exactly is going through. But if a couple is like married more than 35 years old, then they should not wait for more than 1 year. If they're not able to conceive within 6 months, then they have to seek the infertility specialist advice. So, what are the basic investigations if they have to undergo? So usually, like less than 30 years, we will not do an AMH test. But if they are more than 30 years, AMH test is done. So what is AMH? So AMH is usually like it's a qualitative test which tells us about the ovarian reserve. So usually we do this test is a basic investigation, and then anterior follicular count. This is called as AFC. So usually this is a scan which is done on day 2 of the periods, just to know how many follicles are there. This is the antral follicles. When we start any medications or when we do any injections, these are the follicles which have the capability to grow and which can release the eggs. So this is very important, and especially this is done on day 2 of the periods. But
Okay. Dr. Suchitra, one thing, sorry for interrupting. As
yeah.
you mentioned about, we all know about AMH and we know about AFC, but what exactly should be the count
See,
of?
AMH, when you go, usually somewhere between 2.5 to 4. It is a good number. It is not like less than 2.5, you will not conceive. But in an average 28 to 30 years old, when they are coming for an infertility issue, the good count is 2.5 to 4, it should be there. But anything less than 1, we are worried. So this will be telling us it is a low reserve. And antral follicle count, at least 10 to 12 at least should be there. Anything less than 5 will tell us it is less AFCs.
Okay, so ma'am, 10 to 12 number should be combined for both ovaries.
Both the ovaries together. Minimum at least that much should be there.
Okay, so we can say that AMH and AFC both are equally important.
Important. See, together when we do the probability of telling us like exactly how is your ovarian reserve will be more than individually if we do. And when we do an AMH and AFC together, it will give us a better idea. But AMH, usually we don't do less than 30 years unless they have a history like previous her sister or mother had a very early menopause, or she had any underwent any other oocyte surgeries, anything like that. Then if there is any history, then we go for an AMH even if she is less than 30 years. Otherwise, only more than 30 years we go for an AMH. And other basic investigations like serum thyroid levels is very important, and serum prolactin is also important. Usually like a couple or any person normal, if they're not planning for a pregnancy, even like more than 5, like around 5, it is normal your TSH. But any infertility couple, if they are trying to conceive, even if it is like 3, anything less than more than 2.5, we need to treat the couples, because we have seen much improvements and implantation rates more when we treat the TSH levels. And serum prolactin, this is also very much important, because just like it will also alter your ovarian pattern, regularity, menstrual regularity, all those things it can affect.
Hmm.
So anything more than 25 we will have to treat, but within that it should be normal. These are the basic investigations for a female partner. But for a male partner, just a semen analysis is important. It is a basic first investigations for a male partner is semen analysis. If anything abnormal in the semen analysis, then further investigation is required. Otherwise, nothing else is required for a male partner.
Right.
So these are
So
the
we
basic
can
investigations they have
basic
to
test.
do.
Right. AMH, AFC, thyroid, prolactin. So
Yes.
these are the basic. One more thing, Dr. Suchitra, if by any chance we have prolactin, high prolactin levels, because recently we have many queries related to this, that ma'am, my prolactin level are high. So is it possible for me to conceive naturally? So any remedy for this high
Yes.
prolactin
Yes.
levels?
We'll have to, if there is any hyperprolactinemia, so it depends upon the number. If it is less than 100, just medications would be fine. And if it is more than 200, we'll have to evaluate why it is more than 200. Like any other abnormalities are there in the brain, we'll have to get an MRI done and see if there is any prolactinomas which would be the cause for the hyperprolactinemia. In between 100 to 200, usually we will give it a choice, like if you can do, but it does not give exactly. It can be a microadenoma which would have been missed out, but it is always better if the patient is more than 100 levels of prolactin, better to go for an MRI and rule out any other factors which might be the reason for her increase. Otherwise, if it is less than 100, then we will give a medications for her to treat that hyperprolactinemia. Minimum 4 to 6 weeks medications has to be taken. Once the levels reaches normal, then she can try normally. That should not be an issue.
ओके सो इट्स नॉट जस्ट दैट के प्रोलेक्टिन लेवल आपका एक बार बढ़ गया तो वो कम नहीं होगा. वी कैन ट्रीट इट इजीली थ्रू
We can
मेडिकेशन.
treat it. Yes, it will come down with the medications.
So ma'am, what about thyroid? Like when we have thyroid issues, we have to take medication regularly. So is
Yes.
this a similar case with prolactin also, that we
Yes.
have to take the medication regularly?
Prolactin is not like that. Once the prolactin levels are down, then you can stop the medications. Usually, it will take 4 to 6 weeks for the levels to come down. So once it is normalized, then you need not continue the medications. It will not be given like your thyroid tablets, which you have to take till the delivery or something like that. But prolactin levels, so once it is normalized, you can stop the medications.
Okay, so for the benefit of viewers, I'm just repeating the important pointers. As Dr. Suchitra mentioned, AMH, THS, AFC, prolactin, these are the important tests for female partner, and for male, semen analysis is enough. And in case ऐसा लगता है कि सीमन एनालिसिस में कुछ इश्यूज हैं, देन डॉक्टर कुड एडवाइज यू टू गो फॉर फर्दर टेस्ट. एंड प्रोलेक्टिन, हाई प्रोलेक्टिन issues हैं because we have seen many cases, many people inquiring about it. अगर आपका प्रोलेक्टिन हाई है तो प्लीज डोंट इग्नोर दोज लेवल्स. आप मेडिसिन लीजिए, लेवल्स को लो लाइए एंड देन प्लान योर प्रेगनेंसी. एंड अगर थायराइड हाई है तो देन यस, यू have to take the medications. And again, if you are in Bangalore, don't miss a chance to meet Dr. Suchitra Reddy. Thank you Dr. Suchitra. It was wonderful talking with you. बहुत छोटी चीजें थी, हमें सबको पता है what is AMH, do we need to go for AFC, what is endometriosis, period cycles कम है, क्या करें, कैसे करें. But आपसे सुनकर डाउट्स बहुत अच्छे से क्लियर हो गए, because we know that doctors are the best. We are looking for information on Google, so viewers, please shift towards the doctors. And this session is saved over here on our Facebook page. कभी भी आपको लगता है आपकी किसी friend, relative, near and dear one को जरूरत है तो please connect them to us. Fertility Dost, simple सा नाम है. Yes, we are your dost. Let us connect and talk about your parenthood issues. जर्नी इज नॉट इम्पॉसिबल, थोड़ा रास्ता मुश्किल है. एंड जैसे कि आज हमने डिस्कस किया रोड मैप टू पेरेंटहुड, हम कहीं भी ट्रेवल करते हैं, हम गूगल से रोड मैप निकालते हैं या हमारे हाथ में एक मैप होता है. तो जब हम अपने पेरेंटहुड की जर्नी पे जा रहे हैं, देन व्हाई नॉट दिस रोड मैप. एंड for this roadmap, none other than Dr. Suchitra Reddy. She is in Bangalore in Archish IVF Center. Let us know if you want teleconsultation, or as Dr. Suchitra mentioned, you can visit. They have wonderful stay for you. Just see through labs first in Bangalore. I don't know whether it is first in India or not, but again, it is first in the Bangalore. We are again having one session with Dr. Suchitra on our Facebook group. Please join us, ladies. It's a closed group for ladies. अगर आपने वहाँ पे enroll नहीं किया है तो just send us a request and join the group. On Monday, 11:30 a.m., we'll be there with Dr. Suchitra. And thank you, Dr. Suchitra. Thank you so much for such a wonderful sessions.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
I
ma'am.
hope I have cleared the doubts. If any doubts, you can just come contact us at Archish
Sure.
IVF Bank. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a good day. Bye bye.